Hi, in this lecture we are going to talk about the general steps of designing HVAC system. The steps which we are going to discuss in this lecture will be the roadmap of this course. And we are going to discuss each step in details in the coming lectures. So what is the first step of the design? The first step is to identify the project location. The project location is very important to find the dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature. We are going to talk about them in details later, but we have to find them to calculate the cooling loads and heating loads, to select the indoor units and the outdoor units. Another important inputs related to the project location are the latitude and longitude and the project true north. These inputs are important as we use them in the solar radiation calculations. To find these values, we use this website ashrimito.info. Let's say that the project is in Spain, in Madrid, the capital. So all what you have to do is to type Madrid over here, then select on the map. As you can see, we have all the data needed. We can see the dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature. We have many values. We are going to discuss them later when we talk about the weather in the weather lecture. And here we have the latitude and longitude. We are going to define these values and add these values to the HAB software to enable us calculate the loads. The next step is to learn how to deal with architectural and structural models or drawings. It's important to understand the building structure and the walls, floors, ceilings, layers to find the U value, the overall heat transfer coefficient, which we are going to discuss in the coming section. We use the overall heat transfer coefficient in the loads calculation. We will learn how to calculate the U values by equation and then by the HAB software. It's important to know the ceiling types that the architectural engineers use in the project to choose the appropriate indoor units and air outlets. Are they using the removable tiles panel, the 600 by 600 panels, or are they using the gypsum board false ceiling or the wood false ceiling? So it's important to know the type of the false ceiling to choose the best indoor units and air outlets. It's important to check the shaft of the building, the mechanical shafts which you are going to use to place the duct pipes risers. Also, the furniture is important as well to know the number of people in the space. As you know, we have latent load and sensible load from people to be added to the total load. So the furniture is important. Another architectural elements to be taken into considerations are the windows and the doors. We will learn how to deal with them. You have to learn how to deal with rooms names. Each room in the project has a function, and we design the HVAC system for the room based on its function. The third step in the HVAC design is to find the loads and the heat gains from different sources. Solar heat gains through walls and windows, and the convection heat gain. Heat gains from people, from lighting fixtures, from equipment, etc. We will learn how to find the loads by using HAB software and how to extract the report. The fourth step is to choose the HVAC system for the project. Are you going to choose one of the DX systems? DX is short of direct expansion systems. We are going to talk about it in details in the coming lecture. Or are you going to choose chilled water system? We are going to discuss the chilled water system in details as well. We have too many factors to be considered when choosing the best HVAC system for the project. Among these factors, the project function and loads, the project size, is it small, medium project or mega project? The client requirement is one of the factors that we take into our consideration. We will talk more about this topic in the coming lectures. The fifth step is to create the HVAC system on Revit by choosing the indoor units based on the HAB report and the architectural finishes, as well as the air outlets, and connecting them by duct routing, and finally the outdoor units for the system, for the AC system. For the ventilation system, we need to select the fresh and exhaust fans and place them in appropriate location, and we need to design the hood for the kitchen. We will learn how to select all the HVAC components from top or popular HVAC brands like Daikin, Carrier, and Trane. The sixth step is the drawing extraction. It's a very important step. How to adjust the drawing presentation, the line weight, the text height for different scales, etc. We will talk about it in a separate section. We need to close the set that we have to submit for tender stage by creating the project documentation. And this will be the last step in the HVAC systems design and the last step in this course. We are going to create the equipment schedules, air outlet schedules, and the BOQ. So all the previous mentioned steps will be the roadmap or the outline of this course. We will move forward step by step, so please focus, don't skip any part because all lectures are interrelated to each other. This is the summary of the lecture. This is the summary of the design steps that we usually follow to create good quality HVAC design. We have separate lectures to discuss each topic in details in this summary. That's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will talk about the references and quotes that we are going to use in this course. Thank you very much and see you in the next lecture.